Hey, happy Monday. So I'm Angie Rose with Angie Rose Health Coaching, and I'm here today to do your Monday Mojo, which is your Monday motivational video. So this week, guys, I want to talk with you a little bit about willpower. All right. So we're talking this month about being resilient, being strong, having grit. And willpower really does play a big role in this, in how we make good choices, bad choices, no choices, those kinds of things. You know, I have a lot of clients who will say to me that when they come in or they start working with me, that they just have no willpower when it comes to chocolate, when it comes to whatever, fill in the blank, right? So I think this is the thing, is that so many people believe they don't have willpower, but they actually do. Okay, so I want you to hear me out with this. Okay, so the thing is, I think when it comes to willpower, this is my opinion, is that everybody was given a dose of it. But it's kind of like a plant or a seed, right? Everybody is given a seed of willpower in their lives, and how they choose to water it defines on how it's going to grow. So obviously something you give more attention to is going to grow better and become stronger and healthier and fuller and fill in the blank. But something that you neglect over and over and over again by not saying no or choosing to follow through with something even when you don't feel like it, of course, is not going to give it the attention that it deserves, correct? Okay, so what I want you to think about is that I really believe every one of us have that little bit of willpower that we can stand on. And I think sometimes it just kind of depends on where we're at in the week, how much energy we have left, and really what those areas are in our life that we're really comfortable with keeping, but we know we need to change. Okay, so I think this is the thing. When we're tired, when we're stressed out, when we have a ton of decisions that we have to be making, by the time we get to the end of the week, it is so much easier to decide on a Thursday night, I don't feel like cooking. I would rather go out to eat and just go through a drive-through so I can go home and not think about it, right? How many of us are guilty of that? I used to be. I really have worked over the years to try to keep eating out to a minimum of twice a week. I eat out once a week with my friend for lunch, and then every Friday night my husband and I go out for date night. So I think there is something to be said that the more we tell ourselves no and we need to follow through, the better our willpower gets. But there is actually some research that scientists came up with back in the 1990s, and it's a term called ego depletion. Ego depletion, which just says that under this theory, willpower is considered a limited resource. And if you are tired, stressed, or you've made a lot of decisions during the day, you're more likely to give in at the end of the day. Okay? So of course, there is some science to back this up, that our willpower does get weaker the more tired we get, the more frustrated we get, or the more stressed we get, because we want things to be easy. Okay? But then they're saying now that there's new research that actually shows that ego depletion may only happen if you believe you don't have willpower. Okay? So to me, this just means you become what you believe. If you believe you don't have willpower, you're not going to exert it. If you believe I am capable, I am strong enough, and the more that I make the right decision, I'm going to grow my willpower, that's the direction you're going to go. You know, the Bible actually tells us where a man's thoughts go is where he will follow. So what you think on is what you become. So one, that's biblical. Two, it's scientific, and it's actually been proven. Okay, so actually this is actually good news. I want you to get excited about this, okay? Because what that means for you And it means for me and anybody else who feels this way is that we can take our power back. We can choose to have willpower. We can choose to make good decisions even when we don't feel like it. It's all about how you think and how you believe up here. Okay, so the next time that you are feeling this need to give in and you're feeling this need like, I didn't have set anything out for dinner, I'm out of groceries, I didn't get to the grocery store, whatever that may be, work on going into problem solving mode, because my guess is this is probably a reoccurring theme in your life. By the time you get to Thursday, you're tired, you don't want to cook, you don't normally eat out on Thursday, but it's a little easier to give in. Well, what if you have something meal prep that's in the freezer that all you got to do is pull it out, throw it in the microwave or throw it in the oven very quickly? Or what if you keep one of my tools that I have at home, or what I do is I always have salad fixins in the refrigerator. So if there's a night, like Monday nights, I'm teaching a class, so I'm getting home later. I'm tired. I don't want to cook, but I also am not going to pick up food because we've already ate out. So I will always have boiled eggs, lettuce, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, baby carrot, and some canned chicken or canned tuna or whatever that may be sitting around the house in the fridge and in the cabinet, so that I can just pull a salad together. Okay, so I'm still eating healthy, but it literally takes me 5 minutes. The other thing I always fall back to is scrambled eggs with a piece of fruit, maybe in a burrito or a piece of toast or whatever you want to add to that. But scrambled eggs are pretty healthy, okay? Or an omelet, something that you can throw together really quickly that will keep you on track, but won't take a long period of time and hopefully won't create a lot of dishes for you, okay? So when I say I want you to go in problem solving mode, I want you to think about, how do you fix the problem that you continue to have? Is it a planning problem? Is it a scheduling problem? Are your expectations too high too soon? Did you decide to go all in? And then next thing you know, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do all this, so now I'm going to do none of the stuff, right? Are you just tired? Are you stressed, or are you upset? Because these play a big, big role, guys, in the choices that we make and our willpower kind of coming down. So if we can learn to plan for those things and have something on the back burner that is always going to set us up for success, you're going to follow through more often with the right choices and the healthier living. And what's going to end up happening is your willpower grows, your choices get better, and it isn't as hard to tell yourself no when it would be easier to go through a drive-through. Okay? So I know for me, these are things that just, I struggle with too, or I have struggled with in the past. And so I had to find ways to fix them for me so that I was setting myself up for success. Truth is this, guys, nothing's more motivating than solid progress. Seeing myself move forward, things getting a little bit easier, making better choices, and just feeling more in control versus shame, guilt, lack of control, and just giving up. Okay? So figure out ahead of time, what are those problem areas? Where do you find yourself slipping more often than not? Okay? More often than not. And what are things that you can do to set yourself up for success? Okay? So if this is something that you struggle with and you feel like, I really just probably need more help in this area, this is something I've learned to be really good at and find problem solving. I don't want to say constructive criticism, problem solving answers for you so that you can do a better job here. And of course, having somebody to coach you, keep you accountable to that, but also to encourage you when you don't quite know what to do, or maybe you did not quite follow through. How do we keep you moving in the right direction? Give me a call for a 1-hour free consultation. I would love to sit down and visit with you about how my health coaching program can help you with healthier living, weight loss, feeling better, exercising, making better choices, and feeling empowered. Give us a call today at 308 850-2419. We'll see you next week. Bye.